House is a local movie theater chain that has 3 locations in Maryland. This theater chain first opened in 1950 by the Honeycutt family. The last theater to open for the chain opened in 1970. The movie theater has been struggling in sales over the past 5 years. The managers of the theater have discussed the decline of the theater with the Honeycutt family. The Honeycutt family has decided to receive help from the revenue crew.
Hello, Mr. Wright. I am Angel. Could you please give us a rundown of the problems occurring in this theater?
We had to lay off a lot of employees to fit the budget. We had a frontline manager, food service manager, frontline assistant manager, several full-time employees and a great number of part-time employees. We have had a decline in sales in the recent year. This decline is really a thorn in our sides. A really big thorn. We had to make cuts to staff. This caused us to no longer have full-time employees. Part-time employees no longer receive benefits. Our cuts have put all the burden of running the theaters on the manager and assistant manager.
Okay, have there been any upgrades or anything to revive the theater?
We haven't had a real upgrade in years. I'd say the year 2005 was our last upgrade.
May I ask if the Honeycutt family is assisting you through these problems?
No, the family does not work at any of the facilities, and leaves all responsibilities to the managers. This is very frustrating to say the least.
Well, let me discuss with my team the necessary routes we can take to help you all get back on track.
Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys can pull it off.
Alright team, this theater is going through a steady downfall. I have sent you all the copy of the issues and information of the theater. Let's get to strategizing.
A room with a view film house needs to make investments in their company and staff. The staff and company cutting has not been working obviously.
We will need to focus organizational structure, a new product or service, new management and new technology in order to see a change with this company.
I agree. An organization's structure can change through mergers, acquisitions and downsizing. A new product or service will have an impact on production and customer service, so we must be careful.
Don't forget, the change in management can also impact policies and processes. The management has an influence on the way things are done in an organization.
Correct.
So we all agree that a new service, new technology and new management are needed for the success of this theater.
Agreed.
Great, let's get into detail. For a company to remain competitive, it is imperative that they monitor their external environment and understand just what the moviegoers want. This theater has not received any upgrades in years. This is a hindrance towards their further growth. Modernization is going to be needed for them to compete. Concessions is one area in which they are lacking sorely. From my visit they only had the traditional treats.
Traditional? As in soda, popcorn, pretzel and candy?
Exactly.
Wow. Nowadays, you can get a hot meal from movie theaters.
I read an article from Film Journal International that stated that customers enjoyed the traditional snacks but were just as interested in purchasing the other items. Things such as adult beverages and healthy snack options. Customers prefer a broad range of selections.
What about meals brought to you in the theater?
As lovely and luxurious as that sounds, the study shows that customers do not wish to have food served to them while in the theater. They actually rather pick food up prior to entering the movie. So delivering won't be necessary.
A broader range of items to choose will surely bring in money. Especially with the excitement of seeing a movie, a treat would be the first thing they look for.
So it seems we have come to an agreement. Along with popcorn, pretzels, candy and soda, we should add more.
Yup. Things such as hot dogs, pizza, nachos and ice cream. Along with some adult beverages. As long as it is available to be made and picked up beforehand. Might I also recommend a poll be done by the community on what snacks they want?
Alright then, that settles the concession issue. Let's move on. As we all know, theaters aren't only competing with other theaters. They are also competing with streaming services. What do all of these streaming services offer? Monthly entertainment at a monthly cost.
Oh right. Cinemark Holdings Incorporated Movie Club has a $8.99 membership fee. With this membership, members get one free movie ticket a month and discounts on concession snacks.
I read a study that showed since November, this method of action has drawn 445,000 members. AMC theaters started their own subscription and have gathered 380,000 members. They charge $19.95 a month and provide similar benefits.
However, just because theater attendance increases, does not mean revenue will increase. The theater has to make sure the membership plan is worth the investment. I've read that AMC will raise prices in 15 states where the membership program has the highest popularity.
Interesting.
So what do you all suggest?
Well, looking at the financial data of Room with a View theaters, we should offer a $9.95 monthly membership plan, similar to the cinema plan. They'll receive their free monthly ticket and concession discounts. They should offer a 3-month trial $19.95 membership similar to the AMC. This will provide options after a 3-month period. The company can see which one does the best for profit and run with one or the other. Choosing both is possible.
Last part to evaluate is the staff problem. What do you guys take on this issue?
It's going to be vital for them to provide an increased morale amongst staff. With all the firings, I'm sure morale is low and that can impact the company.
Leaders of the company are going to need additional training in order to better assist team members. With all the upcoming changes, leadership is going to be important to keep this theater afloat.
Standardization should be implemented amongst all branches. We want customers to feel like they're stepping into the same quality theater no matter the location. We will need to modify the organizational structure into order to ensure there is enough support for the many changes.
A functional structure should be applied. This structure will group together employees based on their common function within the company.
This can allow for employees to develop specialties for their area and lower the chances of mistakes. I also think managers should be implemented in the front end in the concession services.
Leaders will need to develop a transformational leadership style in order to provide motivation to employees. This type of leadership will bring upon a culture of hard-working employees who look to provide great service. Employees really need to be trained. I read a study by Flynn that employees tend to be more productive and satisfied when invested in. The employees will feel important and well a part of the organization. This could lower employee layoffs while increasing customer experience. There's another study.
Of course there is.
This study by Yetta shows that the top food services only spend 3 to 5% of their payroll towards training and medication. Human resources are the only element that will increase over time. Machinery will depreciate.
With proper training, our staff will be fine. This company is starting at the bottom, so leadership should be focused on investing in staff. Employees retain 30% of information the first time, and it takes 10 times of repeating the task before they fully grasp it all. With proper training, they can retain 90% of the information they were taught. I learned that from research too.
Of course.
So to summarize, we're suggesting additional management that places high employee investment, management in frontline and concession services, as well as team leaders on each service line of teams and constant team training.
Correct.
Alright, I will go speak with the manager about our recommendations.
Angel called him alright and told him of the many recommendations and strategies to implement. Room with a View saw their numbers increase in sales. They also were able to hire more staff. The community, the Honey Church family, and the Room with a View Theater were thankful for the new crew.